Hotels are one of the cornerstones of human achievement, the first one dating back to just 705 AD in Japan. The main reason for a hotel is to be a safe haven for travelers. For example, why would you get an Airbnb when you can pay 3 times the price to walk around a smaller room with breakfast not included? Now, for a lot of people, hotels are a complete lifeline. For example, me, when I leave the house once every 3 years, I like to book myself a hotel. Now, usually you have chain hotels that try to accommodate a more economy budget. You might get a free kettle and a spider's web. But today, we're looking beyond that. We are going into the realm of bespoke hotels. Hotels that shouldn't even really be called hotels, but more home away from home. But to be fair, that's kind of an understatement, because the hotel we're looking at today is $100,000 a night, and you have to stay 2 nights minimum. So basically, you have to spend $200,000 just to stay here. And the irony is, I call it a home away from home, when with that money, you could just buy an entire home. And somehow, this is like the most ugly waste of money I can think of. I know that there are so many YouTube vloggers that, for example, go to Vegas and they'll stay in this expensive $80K a night hotel, and it will have this 18th century Georgian architecture. And you'll think, wow, what a colossal waste of money I'll never have. But at least it looks kind of nice. This hotel room I'm about to show you is also in Vegas, but instead of the first hotel, you'll think, wow, what a colossal waste of money. And it is truly repulsive in every way. Look, I know different strokes for different folks, all right? Everyone's different, but there are polka dots on the walls. This hotel looks like a children's hospital. But yeah, with that being said, enjoy possibly the most expensive and worst hotel to ever exist. Life of luxury. What is that? Let's look at most expensive houses. There's one that's like the most expensive hotel, right? This is it. This is it. Yeah, I saw this. So the most expensive hotel room in the world, and it's $100,000 a night, which is just insane. That's the cost of like houses. That's like a month's rent in London.
This is a hotel room, and not just any hotel room, but rather the most expensive hotel room on the planet.
It looks like a kid's swimming pool. This just reminds me of like when you're a child and you go to like the children's ward in a hospital. This does not look appealing at all.
You could buy a nice house in Phoenix, or you could stay here for a week. It's located here in the Palms Casino Resort in Las Vegas.
I like how it says only Vegas. Like, yes, only in Vegas would you have a dementia ward as a hotel room for $100,000 a night.
I've borrowed this room courtesy of Vegas.com, which is your one-stop shop for your Vegas vacation.
So use promo code Doug for 10% off. Thank you, Doug. So the $100,000 a night room will only be $90,000.
The Empathy Suite. And it's basically a 2-story mansion in the sky. And today, I'm going to take you on a tour of it. Now, eagle-eyed viewers...
Look how small that bath is. I love how all the things that actually are usually bigger when you pay more aren't. Like, look how small that bath is. I don't care what fine marble mine from Africa it came from. Just look at the size of it. The entire point of getting like a big hotel room with a bath is you can have 2 people in there.
I did review a few houses last year, and ever since then, people have been asking me, begging me for more property tours.
I like how in every single thumbnail, he needs to do this. Like he's got to stand there and be like... It's like he's Jesus being crucified on the cross or something. Every time I keep seeing videos about like X thing being so expensive in Vegas, I never want to go to Vegas. Look how, bro, that looks like a wasteland. That looks ass. Great, you got a pyramid and you got what, the Trump Hotel or whatever that is. Like, great.
Seems reasonable enough. So let's get started with the tour.
I like how he said reasonable, and the title of the video is $100,000 a night apartment.
Before I show you around this room, let's talk pricing. Yes, $100,000 a night with a 2-night minimum.
So it's not, you have to pay $200,000 minimum. You can't even stay there 1 night. I like how they've got that minimum, right? It's like $100K for 1 night? Nah, bro, it's gonna be 2 nights minimum. Come on. We're basically giving it to you. It's a steal.
And then they do their due diligence to make sure you can actually afford it.
They do due diligence to make sure that they can afford it, because you know for a fact the amount of people that fill it in as a troll, they fill in all the details, and it's like they'll just say they're a Nigerian prince or something.
Now, some other perks that they give you, you have a 24-hour butler who is on call for the duration of your stay.
So they have room service. Okay. A lot of hotels I've stayed in also have room service.
A chauffeured car service among many other things.
A chauffeured car service, Uber, exists. I'll never understand how people can make so much money and just waste it on stuff. Okay, so I'll be honest with you. The most expensive thing I splash out on in my life is probably when I fly. Well, I'm going to Australia next month for PAX. I got my ticket on business, like as a business class flight. It's because the seat you sit in turns into a bed. You can lie vertically, because I'm one of those morons that sleep really lightly. If I'm sat up in a chair, even if you bend it back a bit, I can't sleep.
To your left, and then you see a medicine cabinet, which seems oddly placed until you discover that it too is a piece of art from Damien Hirst.
So Damien Hirst would just get like a pharmacy and call it art. So I build like a dirt house in Minecraft and call that art as well. The thing is, Damien Hirst is a troll that sells art for $1 trillion. Okay, I want to look him up now. Damien Hirst is oh, he's British. There you go. Yep. Sorry, guys. Sorry. He's reportedly the United Kingdom's richest living artist. His wealth is estimated at $384 million. Of course, he's from Bristol. Fucking shithole. What art have you got? Oh, did he popularize Let Animal Cut in Half? Because that was pretty cool. Okay, so thing in a box. Okay, cool. Polka dots. Okay. You're joking. Did he do that? You're actually joking. Mickey 2014. I am done. That's like if you asked someone with late dementia to draw Mickey Mouse. You reach this point where people become so famous and renowned that anything they do is like seen as this amazing work of art. Like this Damien guy could take a fat shit on the floor and then title it Procrastination, and people will just be applauding it.
That, for instance, above the bar, you have these marlins in these glass cases, which is a really cool look. You can see from...
It's like there's so many different styles of this apartment that are all competing with each other. It doesn't look nice. You go into an apartment, right? And it was like a Bioshock Art Deco kind of thing everywhere. That'd be amazing. Way too much for 100K a night, but at least it would have like consistency, you know?
Next to the dining room table, it's this wall of pills called money. You can see there's just pills and more pills, and it's a rather striking look.
The worst thing is you're going to have people that come back to the apartment shit-faced drunk, and they're going to try and smash that case and take those pills. You'll get like a bed, right? And one of them will have like Egyptian cotton, and you won't be able to tell it from the other bed, but you'll get a better night's sleep. This just doesn't look good. This looks like ass. I don't see how they can make it worse, honestly. The entire place looks like a pharmacy.
This hotel room has a bar, and I can tell you right now that your hotel room doesn't. But take a look at the top of this bar. It's medical waste. These aren't used medical supplies.
When did this come out? This came out in 2020. LOL! You were a nurse for the NHS and you couldn't get personal protection equipment? You couldn't get a mask? Unlucky! The rich guy in New Vegas bought it all and he stuck it under his fucking cabinet. Whoever like designed this apartment, you watched one episode of House. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You watched a clip of the House show on YouTube.
Not that you would mistake this for your standard bar, because it has 13 seats in a hotel room. And as you can see,
it's just so ugly. It's not even like it's a medical theme, because you got butterfly. It looks like a hospital. It's so ugly.
One is that this room has 5 different climate zones. There's different climate zones in the bedrooms, different areas of the room, 5 total different temperatures you can...
Honestly, $100,000, I thought it was a bit too expensive. But the fact that they've got AC, you've sold me. It's definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. You know what I love so much? You know what I love so much for this room? That is $100,000 a night. Look at this. Look at this. Here, they have a list in the $100,000 room a night for the prices of the drinks. As if it isn't all complimentary. I laugh. Energy drink, $7. It's actual parody. It's like a Black Mirror episode.
You don't have to press a button or point a remote at something. Just
every time I find a negative, they always draw me back. Like the fact you got to pay for the drinks, even though it's 200 grand, but the curtains close on their own. Like, oh, you're really selling me, man. And the AC.
If you have like a caterer coming over to make food, you don't want them to walk through your party.
People that buy this apartment for 2 nights, they are not having a party here. They are sat there on their own.
So what do all these people do when they're sitting on their giant couch? Well, the answer is they can watch TV if they want to, of course. You can see the...
You watch TV. $200,000. We watch TV. I like how that TV isn't even big. You think for like paying this much, you'd get some like 80-inch plasma LCD LED.
And you enter what I'm calling the game area, because you have some games in here,
Someone just vomited a bucket of paint on that, and you got a foosball table.
like a psychedelic pool table, a multicolored pool table, not like any you've probably ever played on before. I'm not sure how all the lines on the table would affect lining up your shots.
This poor guy, man, he's trying so hard to make this video watchable. There's just nothing.
Foosball table, which is also rather interesting because it's glass. I've never seen a
What?
foosball table that
Glass?
looks
Instead of
before,
wood?
that
What would they
looks
think of
like a
next?
Rich, but who has time for pool or foosball or bathrooms, really, when you have this balcony? This is the coolest balcony I have ever seen.
It's not. It's really not. That skyline is ass. I'm sure at night it looks half decent, but that is ass. I bet you can't even heat that water up either.
which actually hangs
Oh.
out over the hotel,
He might be proving me wrong here. Okay, if he proves me wrong, I'm gonna buy the apartment.
facing toward the Vegas Strip and all of the other casinos and the bright lights.
Yeah, so I can sit there at 3 in the morning and go, I lost all my money there. God, look at that. That is just America in a nutshell. Just Americans in the chat. Like, why is everything like GM flat grass in America? You guys know that like grass is a thing, right?
And then they can serve you not just inside, but also outside, which is a pretty good situation you don't usually see in your typical hotel.
So where's the bit where it's worth the money? When's that bit coming?
This is another Damien Hirst touch, all of these little multicolored dots that go up both of the pillars. I happen to like it. I think it gives this area kind of a whimsical, cool, more interesting touch.
Dementia.
And
You can see how uncomfortable he looks. Like, what do you mean a whimsical touch? It's like when kids get taken away to like the fucking terminally ill warden of a hospital or something.
butterflies along the glass next to the stairway, again keeping with the butterfly theme. Then
He's really making it out like one of his subs could ever afford this.
more Damien Hirst art on this landing. all
Stop
of the
mentioning
additional
him!
butterflies.
It's
If you
not
turn to the
selling
right when you
me!
get-
And here's an iPad signed by Damien Hirst. We've delved so much into the realm of like parody. I can't take this anymore, so I'm just gonna put an SNL logo in the corner.
In the area by the sinks, there's a little stool you can sit on to put on makeup, wash your face, whatever. But check this out, the top of the stool is a pill. Again, next up, you walk across the upstairs landing and you enter the second bedroom suite. I'm gonna start with the bedroom. It's fairly similar to the one I already showed you. Another rather large bedroom with another amazing about this door. Because you go in here and you have the salt room. What's the matter?
There's nothing else to say, man. There really isn't. 200k. What? 100k a night? 2 nights minimum. 200k. This has broken me. I think that was so painful. Have we got any other suggestion? That was horrible.